Well, I was trying to get cash back on my card, but sometimes cards don't act right here. Only certain cards work right. So, I didn't get any cash back. So, I can pay my storage. I'm just a hair short. I don't like to carry cash, so. I hope you guys are having a great day today. I did a vlog yesterday about pay, and I'm just going to tell you a little bit more about that. I should have mentioned that I don't think I have ever worked for minimum wage in my life, ever, because I knew how to get a job and I knew how to push them to give me better money, and you know, it all depends on, you know, your background. If you have a little education or experience in that particular job, that means more pay. You don't have to have, you know, 10 years of college like me. You have to convince them to pay you more. So, because I'm going to tell you what minimum wage is. Minimum wage is really low after you figure out your costs from your fuel, your daycare, your lunch, whatever stuff you got to buy to go to work, and your taxes. It's a lot lower pay than actually minimum wage when you get done, when it's all said and done. You're not getting all that money on your check unless you're some foreigner that doesn't pay government taxes here. So always bear that in mind. You need to try to push them for more. Just like it, can you go a little bit higher than that? And just see what they say. A lot of times they get scared and they offer you more. The only bad thing about it is if they say no. Say, no, I really can't afford it. We want to see how you work first. If you're responsible, if you don't call in sick every other day, and if your eyes aren't bleeding and you have to leave after 2 hours of work, you know, it just depends. I know in Texas their pay is so much lower than Florida, and let me tell you what, when I went and redid a location there and had a clean house, I'm gonna tell you, the people had great personalities. They just don't want to work, and there's work all over out in the Dallas Grapevine area. Everybody's hiring, but it's just they can't get people to show up to work. They'll talk a good talk and sing a good dance, but they don't want to come to work. And then they get mad, you know, when they've disappeared 3 or 4 days, and they call to see if they're on the schedule. It's like, what? And you give them the shifts they want. I always take the ones that you know, the best employees that sell the most, and I'll say, okay, what shift would you like this week? And then I'll give them what they want, and then I'll take the next one down and give them what they want. They get first picks. But no, they don't want to show up. So, you know, if an employer has really been abused with a string of fails for new hires, sometimes they just won't opt to bend unless they see your performance first. But get it in writing. You know, if they say, okay, well, after, you know, 2 weeks or 3 weeks, we see that, then, you know, we'll do this, and then write it down. You know, write down on paper right in front of them, and make sure to keep track of that. My daughter worked a job for a pretty big company, and they would do these reviews. And it would take them forever to do the review when it was due. It might take weeks, months, you know. And then she'd get the review, and then she'd pass it. And then they were supposed to put in for a raise, and half the time they didn't put in for the raise. And then she had 2 other reviews they never did, where they were supposed to give her raise, and she never got those. So stay on them. And if they turn out flaky or whatever, don't quit the job till you find another job. You got to find another job first, then you start cutting this joker back. If they really love you, they'll start screaming for you, but you say, well, I can only work these days because I got this other job. They pay me more than you. Sorry. And if they start opting to pay you more or do something better, then you kind of figure it out. May the highest bidder win. But you've got to let them pay you what you're worth. And you're worth a lot. Trust me. I don't care if you have 0 education and you're the finest carpenter on the face of this earth. It doesn't make a difference. If you can do that job, that's what matters. The problem with me is when I work for other people, I will do 3 people's worth of work. And they take advantage of me. That's the bad part. I can't stand a damn slacker. They pay you by the hour, they pay you by the minute, they pay you by the second. They pay you to pee. But you should be able to do your job. I gotta do laundry. I rented this place with a washer and dryer. That stuff broke immediately. Like a week. And she had an inclusion on the lease. The washer was as is, so I couldn't even buy a washer and stick in there because I had no place to put the other one. Because it's HOA ruled, and you can't just leave a washer out in the patio and blow a head gasket. They'd be calling her all day long. So I got miles of stuff to get packed and moved. And I still have to move that one storage around. Putting certain stuff, certain places, load in first that I won't need right away. And I've got to get that one storage sorted out. I thought of just going over there and start moving it around, but I do it a little bit every time I go up there, but I really need to try to get a load ready and do it. Okay, come on, let's go. Pretty day. It's now 73. The rent-a-car really had a bright money green sports car? Are you kidding? They were detailing a bright money green sports car. The old man's doing his job today. The word is that a lot of the mailmen are not delivering mail and collecting their pay. That's scary. I've seen the things on the news where they're busting state to state to state for catching these guys on video, or people witnessing them throwing hefty bags away, and it's people's mail. But man, they get the best retirement, the best insurance, the best pay, and they don't want to do their job. That's unreal. I mean, how could you have a conscience if you're going to steal like that? Wouldn't that be amazing? And so many of them are so bitter nowadays. Ugh. It's like, what happened to the wonderful United States Postal Service, right? Okay. It's gonna be long. 48 hours here. Well, I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you later. Stay positive, and you're worth a lot. Trust me, you are worth a lot of money. You're a good person. Keep the faith. Keep smiling. Don't ever let them see you sweat, okay? Love you.